All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to today's session. I'm really excited to have you here. Join me there to learn. My name is Sudemovo Sen, and I'm a Nigerian and I'm a digital coach with Upskill Digital. And I'm really glad to be your trainer for this session. So, how's your week been? Hope you are hitting all those goals. And I hope your week has been going on very well. Okay, so in the chat box with me, I have Elizabeth. Elizabeth is my friend and colleague from Kenya. So do well to say hi to Elizabeth in the chat box. She'll be our moderator for this session. So tell her your name, tell her where you're joining in from, and tell her what you expect to get out of this session. And remember to activate your chat functionality so that you can get to ask all the questions you have. So if you don't have a chat functionality on YouTube, all you need to do is to sign up on YouTube and then activate your channel and then you're good to go so that you can get to engage easily and ask all the questions. So it's going to be a very interesting session. And then I'll get to ask you a couple of questions and then I'll expect you to ask me a couple of questions back. Okay, so it's going to be a smooth ride. So grab a bottle of water or a bottle of drink if you may, and then let's do this. Okay, so also we'll be taking several courses to answer the questions. Then I hope you have the writing material with you, so you get to jot down um, all the ideas I'm sharing here today. So also at intervals of this presentation, I will advise that you take the screenshots and post them on the social media pages, invite others to like and subscribe, tap on digital skills for Africa, to be a beneficiary of the training. All right. So this training is in collaboration uh, with Brand Money. So Brand Money is a leading company, it's a lending company in Lagos that is passionate about making financial inclusions count. The Brand Money also offers loan, savings, and investment products through their websites, mobile apps, and then their various branches and centers across the nation. So you might need to visit them through any of the online platforms or physical platforms to do business with them. So we also have staff already score also in the chat section. So do well to get them, and so you could learn more about their products and their services. And most importantly, remember to do business with them. All right, so enough said. So let's get started already. Okay, so our topic today is a very interesting one. Using digital tools and social media to promote business. Now we're going to obviously be doing that in three different segments. But before that, now you know obviously that there are several digital marketing tools and platforms, as well as social media platforms that are available for you to use not only for personal use, but for personal consumption, but also so that you build, grow your brand and businesses online. So, and as a reminder, the best place for you to sell is online. The best place for you to do business is online. So, we'll dig up some details shortly. So, this presentation basically is going to be taking the structure of three different very important subjects. Now, firstly, we are going to be discussing the benefits that will be brought to you through Google My Business, as well as steps you need to take to set up Google My Business system and how you can optimize it to get all the results you want. And secondly, we'll also provide you top tips and tricks for to plan your digital marketing strategy. Then, on top of that, we'll look at the ways in which you can leverage social media channels to utilize email marketing. And then we'll meticulously tie up all the loose ends and then link all the dots, cross all the T's, so we could make sure it's perfectly palatable for your consumption. Okay, so let's get started. So I want you to try your hands in the chat section. I want you to try and answer this question. So, which marketing tools do you currently use? So, I'm going to see what the response is. So, which marketing tools do you currently use? What do you use? What do you use? Do you use Google search? Do you use social media? Do you use word of mouth? How do you currently advertise brands? All right. So remember to say hello to Lizzie as you join in, and subscribe to the channel, and then like the video if you are yet to. Okay, Irene, and I hope I pronounced the name well. You're welcome. Jesus Ehime, you're welcome. I hope I pronounced that very well. Thank you for joining in today. Papelo Singh, thank you for joining in. Thank you from South Africa, all the way from South Africa. Irene is from Nigeria. Beautiful. Thank you for joining. Jessume, thank you from Nigeria. Papelo, thank you for joining in. And I can see many marketing also in the chat. Thank you for joining in. So everyone that is here, thank you for joining in. Remember to say hello to Lizzie. Remember to engage Lizzie in the chat box. And so we can make it really interactive. All right, so I asked a question. So which marketing tools do you currently use? Do you use word of mouth? Do you use social media? Do you use Google? Or how do you do it? Okay, so let's really send in your responses as we make progress. Okay, so let's see how you can set up this GMB list. GMB. So what is GMB? GMB means Google My Business. So what is Google My Business? I'm going to in the chat box. Tell us which Google My Business, what's Google My Business is. So Brian, I see you all the way from Kenya. Thank you for joining in today. Joseph, thank you from Kenya. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so what is Google My Business? I'm sure you know what Google My Business is. Okay, so while I wait for the responses, I would love to keep it rolling while I'm sending you the responses. So it's a common platform, a free to use platform, easy to use tool for businesses and organizations to manage their online presence across Google, including the search and the notes. Okay, so we get to have pictures, including features for you to add your business name, features for you to add your location, features for you to add your working hours, and then you get to monitor and reply to customers' reviews. And then you can also add photos of what then how are searching for you. And now we get to the business listing. You can get to edit your business information anytime you want. So both you and the customer can always have a spot on what is happening around you at the time. So Google My Business listing is a very beautiful product. You don't have your business there yet, so you need to consider it. It's Google's business platform where you get to also affix your location on the website. When people get to search for you, they can find you to the exact point where you exist geographically. All right. And then with a Google My Business account, you get more than just a business listing. Okay, so you get to attract customers with your great business profile, which allows you to connect with customers across Google search and Google Maps. When people search for anything that concerns what you do, your profile will pop up. That gives you a likelihood of reaching clients. Okay, so it takes you closer to reaching a client. So also by listing your business on Google Maps, get an exclusive online presence and showing where your business is based, like I mentioned, address directly to the event points and where you exist. That means making more people know how you do what you do. So when people are thinking about when people that is the business respects the customers, when people use search, the mobile street for specific areas where your business is located, they learn about your presence that you exist where you exist. Okay, so you get to attract customers with your profiles because you get to have get to post photos, you get to offer your profile for people to also see what you do every time. So you give your customers an easy way to reach you. Customers can give you a call directly from their search. Customers can message you directly from your search. So you also get to see how customers connect to your business. Get to see where they're coming from. Get to see how many clicks you had. Get to see where they came from to click your ads. You know, because people get to call you from the search they're making. So you get to engage with your customers. Customers get to send reviews about what you do, and then the whole of beautiful things that is present on the Google Business profile, which is Google Business. So if you are yet to be on Google My Business as a business person, I need to consider it. All right, so we'll move on to steps in creating a Google My Business account. So there are just 5 simple steps way you create your business, your Google My Business account. So now the first part is for you to head over to business.google.com/business. This is going to post that link in the chat. So when you get to sign up to Gmail, you don't have a Gmail, all you need to do is just open one. Sign up to Gmail, then you type in your business name, then you choose your category. What is it the fashion section? Is it education? Whichever aspects you do, type in the category, then get to add the location where you exist so that people can know that you are a legitimate business and you are ready to do business. And then you add the contact details, you add the phone number, every other details, you add your working hours, add your times doing work, and all of that. Then you finish, and then you manage the listing. You add the photos, add the videos, add the testimonials, and then you can even get to activate the free websites that comes with my business. So looking at business gives you access to own like one page website. Okay, so and that one page website can use that one page website to run ads if you want to. So it's tailored to suit everything around. Okay, so just finish on add activate the website if you need to, and then get to the parts where you need to verify. So in the verification part, get to choose to verify immediately through postcard, or choose the verify letter option, and where you get to have a lot of other information. But most importantly, you need to fill in very accurate All right, guys. I'm so sorry about the way the sound issue came up. And we've tried to play around all the options we have, and I'm sure it should sound better right now. So we just pick up from where we stopped. So we just pick up from how for you to create a Google My Business account. So I said it to be in five very simple steps, where you get to head over to business.google.com, and then you add your name, you add your business name, then you add a category where your business belongs, then you add your location, and then you add your contact details, and then you finish and get to manage the listing. You post your videos, you post your photos, you post your testimonials, and you get to tell your story, your business story. And you also get the opportunity to activate a free website that Google My Business offers. So you can activate a free one-page website. You can design everything, tell your story, and then set up something really beautiful and really cool. All right, so that is up to you to do, and the website also could be used to run ads if you want to. So it's professional enough to suit Google Ads. If you want to run ads and you don't have a professional website, all you need to do is create a Google My Business account for your brand, and then use that Google My Business website to run your ads. All right, so you get to the part where you verify. So verification is very key for any profile that you set up. So you need to make sure that your business information is accurate, and that only you, who happens to be the business owner or the manager, has access to it. And then you need to verify your business. So you can choose the verify letter option to access all the verification options. Like you can choose to verify by email, you can choose to verify by phone number, or you can choose to verify from the search console. And now there are other partners with Google that handle verification. We'll get to that shortly. Okay, so verification basically looks like what you're seeing on your screen. So when you get to the verification part, just tap on it, and then you get verified. And that is a very simple process. It used to be very daunting before, but a lot of things have been simplified now. So you can get verified even on the spot when creating or after you've created your Google My Business account. Okay, so now you need to reach out to um, the Google partner that is responsible for the verification. So you need to reach out to www.opera.com/OFB. So you reach out to this partner, and then you get your business verified. They are a certified, recognized partner by Google to verify businesses on Google My Business. So you can reach out through calls, or you can request for them to call you. All right, so having a complete business listing is very, very important. So statistics have it that you are more likely by 2.7 times to be considered a reputable organization because you've passed through Google's process of getting verified. And also you have 7 times more clicks than an incomplete verified business profile. And again, you get to have 70% more likelihood to attract local visits. And also, you get to have 50% or more likelihood leads to people that will lead to a purchase. So if you are not verified, that means you are going to have the likelihood of losing purchase. So if you get verified, you increase your likelihood of having a purchase or having people to patronize what you do. Okay, so you get to manage your business listing. Basically, if you're signed in with Google My Business account, you get to manage your profile directly from the Google Search Console. So what you need to do is just to search for your business on Google, and then you get to complete and enhance your profile. You get to share pictures, get to share photos, get to post things on what you want, everything that is related to your business. And then you get to see what people are, the reviews that customers and clients are writing about you. And more importantly, when you are managing your listing, you want to make sure that you update all the information that your customers want to see. You need to keep your customers in the loop of what is going on around your business, like the business operating hours. If you work 24 hours around the clock, you need to update it on your Google My Business profile. Because I know there are some businesses that they work around the clock. They can pick your calls even at 2 a.m. in the midnight. So there are businesses that work 8 to 4, 8 to 5, or they work 8 to 9 p.m. So you need to keep your customers abreast with all your business information. And then you need to tell them how your location looks like. You need them to know where they can physically locate you and all the offers. You can also get to create promos and you get to make some posts on GMB also. Now, when I get to mention GMB, just understand I'm talking about Google My Business. So add photos, nice ones, very nice ones. In fact, professional ones will suit better. Then change them to new ones, and then show that your business is what reliable. People can be reliable. People can have you as a reliable source to do business with you, and then you get to have all the views, and you respond to the views from your customers and your clients. So you get to go and help businesses um, get to build loyalty as well. Okay, so good reviews will also go a long way to inspire your customers to visit. So you need to be very tactical the way you handle comments and responses that come from customer reviews. Okay, so some people will not always say nice things, most times. So you need to be tactical enough and diplomatic enough and knowledgeable enough to be able to handle what comes. Okay, and people need to understand that you are human and that you understand how they feel. So most times it's also advisable for you to defend yourself openly so that others can get to see and have confidence in doing business with you. Now, speaking about adding photos to your Google My Business, now images have become very important in online presence and marketing. Okay, so images tell a lot of stories. Images speak a lot. You can tell a lot of stories through images. So Google My Business has several profile features available for you to verify your listing. Now you can also get to upload images to your business profile, and then you get to attach images to your posts, and then you get to upload videos. You have all those options to play around with. Then, more importantly, you need to upload an image on your logo place, so to help customers to recognize your brand, might be your logo. Okay, so and also you get to add an image to your cover photo, so it will best represent what you do. Now, also get to add additional pictures to highlight features on what you do of your business and the customers, so that people can always consider making purchasing decisions when they're doing businesses with you. So pictures speak a lot of volume. So when you're going to be doing pictures on Google My Business, advisably you should do professional pictures. Okay, so have good shots that can speak a lot about what you do. All right, so make customers also aware of your business operating hours and then your temporary working hours also. So there are a lot of options you need to tweak under the info section. So all you need to do on your Google My Business, head over to your account and then the option to the left, just click on it. You see a whole drop down list thrown down. So if you click on that info option, you see a lot of options to play around with, a lot of options that will keep your customers abreast with what they are doing. And that's very key because customers need to know you, customers need to know when you work, customers need to know when you don't work, they need to know your closure hours, they need to know a lot about how you do your business and how you operate generally. So you get to update information like your products and your services and then the highlights and then your appointments and a lot more stuff on that space. So you need to play around with that option and make sure you tweak it to fit what you do. All right, so also having a Google My Business account will also help you to stay competitive and to boost customer engagement online and also in store. So you get to make informed marketing decisions because you get to see what customers write about you, because you get feedback from customers, you get reviews from customers, and then you also get to learn from the successes and mistakes of others in doing what you do. So you see what your competitors are doing, and learn what people are saying about them. So you can fine tune yourself and see how you can stay improved, and then apply that to your business. Also, you get to understand what services to offer to your customers, and that's very key. Again, you get to identify how to stand out from the crowd. You get to understand, you research and identify how to stand out. You get to see what your unique selling points are. What is unique about you? What is special about you? Why should customers patronize you against others? And so you also get to discover the industry trends and then what the customer preferences. You get to understand what your customers want and all of that. So you can always get to stay competitive with Google My Business to give you a platform to be able to understand how everything is playing around in your terrain. All right, so let's see a case study of Inveli Designs. Okay, so Inveli Design is a clothing brand from Cape Town, the township of Kayet Lisha. And then I hope I pronounce that name well. So after you've created a complete Google My Business account, all you need, after they created a complete Google My Business account, they went ahead to post regular highlights on their products. And then they went ahead to create a Google site, which is also free from the Google My Business platform. And then the results came. Now the results had it that they had 1.5K plus products views in the first 10 days. In the first 10 days, and after the website launch, and then the successes resulted in for them to have increased two employees hired onto their team. Now they directly created jobs for two extra persons, and then 30% of people that found a very design listing got them while they were searching for them, while they were searching for their products and their services. Okay, so that means if Inveli Design didn't have an online presence on Google My Business, it would have lost out of 30% of its potential clients. And so that is a very important figure to note. Okay, so let's look at another case study of Juma Stores. So Juma Stores is a small ecotourism business that was started by Juma M. Kewela. Okay, so Juma Tours started in 2009, and then when Juma and a number of other artists began creating street arts as a way of giving ownership to arts to the community, and then since opening a GMB account and updating content regularly, as a result, they had 89 plus listing visits per week after they've created their GMB listing. Now they had three new employees hired onto their team. Then they had 59% of customers that got to find them via generic search. And now 30% of customers have got to find them via just the regular search. And now that's a real pointer to the fact that if they weren't on GMB, they would have lost out of more than 100% of customers. That's not really good for a business. So as a business person, you need to take advantage of the GMB platform. So now I'm sure the business should be the next after Jonas and after Inveli Designs to have all these testimonials. Okay, so it might be a privilege for you to create employment for someone because you get to do more, you need more hands. Okay, so if you are yet to be on Google My Business, you need to consider that. Right. So before we move on to the next session, I would like to take a few minutes to answer all your questions. So if you have questions, I would love to see them in the chat as we make progress. Okay. So I'd love to see your questions. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep your questions coming. And I'll be here to answer them. And Lizzie will be in the chat also to answer all your questions. All right. Joseph, thank you. Thank you for being around. And everybody that is in the chat, engaging Lizzie, thank you for sticking around. All right. So while waiting for your questions, let's move on. So let's see how you can plan your digital marketing strategy. So remember, I asked you, I told you I was going to ask a couple of questions, and then I'd love you to ask me those questions back. Okay? So I'm going to ask you another questions before we move on to how you can plan your digital marketing strategy. So what type of marketing have you been used have you used previously? What type of marketing have you been using before now? Now there are a couple of marketing strategies I'm sure you've used before. So I would love you to tell me in the chat the type of marketing strategies you've used or you've been using prior to this period. All right, so I want you to keep those answers coming in the chat. Okay, so let's see traditional marketing. So traditional marketing basically involves advertising and reaching target audiences through newspapers, through magazines, through radio, through television, and out of home advertising. So these ads are always typically placed for a fee which corresponds to the size of the ad as well as the way it is published. The way you publish stuff on television will not be the same cost how you get published on newspaper. Okay, so just basically any kind of advertising that doesn't use the internet is traditional. Okay, so that's traditional. Then we're going to look at digital marketing also in a way of comparing the two options, which happens to be any form of advertising or marketing that that happens on the web. So that is where the internet comes into play. Okay, so if you are marketing using the internet, that means you are practicing digital marketing. Okay, so also is an all-inclusive term to define promotions via emails, social media, paid adverts on search engines like Google. Also, you should know that with the right online marketing strategy, small and medium businesses are finding new ways to compete against the big guys. So all you need to do is to recognize the platform that will work for your small business. And then you can compete with the big guys because it gets to reach a more larger audience. Okay. So some examples of digital marketing we have, there are a lot of them. So all we just mentioned a few of them here, like the search ads. When you get to make some search on on any search engine, we find out, for instance, Google, we find out some ads, some options that will display will be written with a small AD sign. That means someone is paying for that particular ad. So search ads are types of digital advertising. Video ads, when you watch videos on YouTube, sometimes the video will stop and you see a video just play over your video. Then they will ask to skip in 2 seconds, skip in 3 seconds, you know. And all those moving adverts you find on YouTube, they are all video ads. People are paying for those ads to appear. Same thing with display ads. You know, there are those eye-catching images that appear when you are browsing on websites. All right, and a lot more, the email marketing, the social media, and all the paid posts you get to have. So they are all forms of digital marketing. So let's see how we can juxtapose between digital marketing and traditional marketing. Now, digital marketing is less expensive, but traditional is more expensive. Okay, so it's low cost and traditional is costly because you get to spend little. All you will need to do is basically maybe on your laptop, on your phone. You are using your data. For traditional, you get to pay for the writing. Sometimes you get to pay for the publishing. You know, television is even more complex. You know, then with digital, you can always interact and you can always engage with your customers, meaning that you can always see people that are posting on your writing about your post. You can always ask them questions and they'll ask you back like what is happening here now. It's both ways, it's interactive and it's engaging. But with traditional, it's only one way. You can't always respond directly from your newspaper. You need to pass through a very long process. And then you get high returns on investment with digital because you tend to reach a larger audience, tend to reach a larger crowd. Then you get some short-term results if you are dealing with traditional marketing. And then in digital marketing is easy to measure because you get to see the number of persons that visited what you posted, the number of people that are reacting to it, And then traditional is hard to measure. You can't perfectly measure how many people bought your newspaper. You can't perfectly measure how many people came to watch your television program, and all of that. So digital spreads fast because you are dealing with the internet, and then dealing with the internet now, you are reaching a larger audience both locally and internationally. Even though it's time consuming, it spreads fast and it spreads wide. The traditional also is tangible because you get to feel um, what they're doing. All right. So there are several types of digital marketing like we mentioned earlier. Like we have search engine marketing. So the search engine marketing gets you to pay for adverts. You get to pay for advertising your adverts to appear on search engines. Now we have social media marketing where you use social networks to get traffic and to get attention and to reach more people. Social networks like um, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and all those different platforms. Now we have the display marketing also, where you get to have your ad appear on several websites, the ones you know and the ones you don't know, because you pay Google to display your ads on several websites, third-party websites, and on their websites also. So content marketing, which is very key, where you get to create and share different types of content, such as the blog posts and the videos, then the guides, and then the infographics, and then the text, and every other thing. And content is basically key. So content cuts across everything about digital marketing. And then we have the email marketing or the SMS marketing, where you get to collect and use various emails to communicate with users. So we get to collect emails from people, and you use that platform to reach out to your users, reach out to your potential customers, communicate with them, send different content and engage them. That is how email marketing works. All right. So let's see how you can reach the right people at the right time with Google Ads. Now, Google Ads is where people search. Google is where people search for what to do, where to go, what to buy. Everybody runs to Google for basically everything. Basically everything. You want to eat, you want to ask Google where there is a restaurant, you want to shop, you want to ask Google where is the closest boutique around you, where is the shopping place around you for you to buy, and all of that. So your ads will always get to appear when customers search for businesses like yours in the Google search and on Google Maps. So all you need to do is to run your ads at any time you want, and you can stop the ads at any time you want. Now, the most interesting thing about running Google Ads is that you get to only pay for the results. Okay, it's only when people click your ads that you get charged. When people don't click your ads, you don't get charged. So that is one beautiful feature about the Google Ads platform compared to the rest. The rest of them will just send out a particular budget and it goes after the expiration of the period. But with Google Ads, even if you want to figure in, even if you set a budget for $500, if people don't click enough for $500, your $500 will still remain for you to come back and see. Okay, so Google Ads also has it's 7.3%. It's 7.3% of searches are conducted on Google. Now that is a very interesting statistic for you to take note of. Okay, and then the paid ads are easy and they are easily created and they are easily managed. We are going to see the different steps how we can set up an ad. A lot of people say setting up ads it's a lot of work, it's stressful, and all of that. But we are going to see how simple it is to set up an ad and set it running in a very simple way. So I'm going to see that about now. So people only get to pay for the results, like I mentioned earlier. So people only get to say to pay. You the advertiser, gets to get charged when people click on your website or when people call you to buy your business. So let's see how you can sign up on Google Ads. Now it's very simple. So all you need to do is to head over to Google ads.google.com, ads.google.com, or google.com/ads. Okay, so the both of them will work, and then all you need to do is to sign up if you are yet to. So you sign up on the Google Ads platform, and it works only with Gmail. So if you don't have Gmail, you need to create one. So create a Gmail and then sign up on Google Ads. And also, it's a good point to note also that you can also run your ads from the Google My Business platform. Because if you want to run ads from Google My Business platform, all you need to do is just locate the icon of the Google Ads and then you click on it and it take you straight to the Google Ads page. And then all you need to do is sign up and then you click on campaigns. When you click on campaign, you select a new campaign. So when you get to select a new campaign, you tell Google your goal. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to get calls? Do you want to get leads to your website? Do you want people? Do you want to drive traffic? Do you want to create awareness? So you decide also after telling Google your goals, you decide the platforms where you want to advertise. Do you want to stay on the search, or do you want to do display ads, or do you want to stay on Gmail ads where you get to appear when people are visiting their Gmails, or do you want to do video ads, the one you find on YouTube? And then when you're through with that stage, you head over to creating the message, create the message, and then you set your budgets, and then you go live. Simple steps. So you're going to dig up a little more on those few simple steps. Now you get to tell Google your goals. What do you want to do? Is it calls that you want for your business? Do you want to increase store visits, or you want to increase website visits, or you want to increase, you want to create awareness, you want to create leads? So you have all the options there to choose. You can choose one or more of the options. Okay, so when you are through with that stage, you head over to where you decide your location, where you want Google to focus the ad. Okay, so you decide where you want to advertise. Do you want to stay locally or you want to go global? So where do you want Google to show your ads to? Now you need to understand that the larger the reach, the larger your geographical reach, the more the likelihood for Google to show your ads to more people. And that also increases the tendency for people to click. And when people click, you get to pay. So if you narrow it down, that means you're narrowing the number of people that are going to click the ad. And then if you make it wide, that means you're making it wide because you want a lot of people to click, and that will directly have an effect on your budget. So you need to narrow down, you need to set your location according to your budget. Because when people get to click more, you get to pay more. So when the smaller people click, smaller number of people are clicking, you get to pay less. Now you head over to the part where you get to create your message, and then you get to write all the headlines. Now you need to make sure that all your headlines look attractive and they need to look eye-catching. So you need to create the banner ads. What people get to see when they type something on the search. What they'll get to see when they type anything related to what they are doing. So it's a great way for you to draw customers, set the banners, and then you can always set some pictures if you want to as banner ads also. Then you get to set your budgets. You get to set your budget cap. Now Google Ads is flexible. You know, it's flexible. You can pay little, or you can pay all the money you have and tell Google to give you a particular time. You know, you can set a range where you want the ads to run. Now you can also set a range where you want your fee, and Google always give you the estimated number of reach for your budget. So if I'm setting $50 for a location like Lagos, only Lagos, I might need to, Google might need to see how to apportion that across all the people that will get to see the ads. And they'll give you an estimate of the number of people that will get to see your ads, to click, and or to call. And most importantly, you need to understand that Google won't charge you after your budget has been elapsed. Okay, so if you are setting $50, when once people have clicked up to $50, that ad will automatically stop running. So you don't need to fear when you are setting your budgets. All right. So when you're doing that, then you go live. Then you just go live, and then everything appears. So only need to pay for your results. Remember. When people click your ads to call your business, when people visit your website, when people get direction to your store, that is only when Google will charge you, not just people viewing your ads. Right. So setting up Google Ads is really simple. So let's I just want you to forget about all the Google Ads is difficult and all of that. So they're not as difficult as people make it to sound. So just need to get over to ads.google.com, set it up, set a little budget, and test run it and see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to be pausing for the next set of questions before I go into the last part of this presentation. Okay, so um, I'll wait for your questions. I'll wait for your questions. But while we are waiting for your questions, I would love to continue from where we stopped. So remember to talk to Lizzie, remember to chat her, tell her your location, tell her how you're feeling about the training, and then ask your questions if you have some, and then do a screenshot and then post on the social media handles, and then subscribe to the channel and like the video if you are yet to. Okay, so let's keep the conversation going as we go into the last parts of this presentation. So let's see how we can leverage social media channels and then email marketing. How to leverage social media channels and then email marketing. So I'm going to ask you about the last question. So which social media platforms do you use for your business so far? So I'm going to come over and see which of the platforms you use, which of the social media platforms you use. I know a lot of people do Facebook. I know a lot of people do Twitter. I know a lot of people do LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, and WhatsApp, and all of that. So I would love you to tell me which of the social media platforms you use currently. All right. So let's head over to see what we have for the social media channels and the rest of the businesses. So how does social media help you to grow your business? Now, social media can help you to grow your business in few options. First option will be for you to generate sales for you, to generate more sales for you. Now, okay, so we have up to 85% of the UK population on social media platforms. So that makes it a good place for you to connect with your new customers. So it's a great platform for you to connect with customers, a great platform for you to reach new audiences, a great platform for you to find out new business opportunities where you have the ability to highlight and then you target various demographics. And then you get to build relationships and then you get to network. And that's really, really key for any business. So you get to add value to your brand. And then often people, for customer services, they often use chatbots. So people, you get to respond faster to conversations and you keep the conversation two-way and you keep it going. And then you get to build a community because you get to respond fine to your customers. Okay, so and that add a great value to your brand, right? So the best thing about it also is that you get to improve your marketing. You get to improve your marketing where you understand customers better, who your customers follow, when they follow through, and then you help customers to get noticed, and then you attract more people to your website. Then you gain valuable customer insight and you keep an eye on your competitors. Okay, so that's a great platform for you to do your business. Now there are two types of social media and we need to talk about today. And the first part is the organic social media. Now the second part is a paid social media. So we are going to look at their differences. We are going to look at the differences between the organic social media and the paid social media. So the organic social media, you get free views and then you get free action and free clicks. Then you can and then the posts are all free. Okay, so the content that appear can always appear to people in their news feed, and then you can always reach your followers and friends of your followers. But when you're speaking of the paid social media, people get to pay for the views. You get to pay for the views. You get to pay for the actions. You get to pay for the clicks from the various posts or ads. And then your ads can always appear in more places. It can always appear in one or more places. So you can always reach people that are your friends and people that are not your friends. You don't necessarily need to be your friend before your ads will reach them. All right. So how do you get started with social media? Now, in three different steps, the first among them is for you to identify your target audience. Now, after identifying your target audience, you head over to you choose your social media channels and then you post engaging content regularly and consistently. So identifying your target audience is very key. You need to know who your audience is, who are your audience, and what are they into, who or what influences their decisions or their actions. When are they usually online? Which social media platform do they get to use? You need to ask yourself tons of questions, and you need to get to work really fast. And then you choose different channels like the Facebook, the Twitter, the LinkedIn, the Instagram, the Pinterest, or the YouTube, like what we're using right now. So you need to understand what you're doing. Does it demand the business focus platforms, or it demands the lifestyle focus platform, the business focus like the LinkedIn, or the lifestyle focus like the Facebook and the Instagram? Okay, so it's best for you to understand what you're up against so that you can know how to plan and strategize your marketing. Okay, so you need to start with one of the platforms so you get to test it, and then you learn some experiences before you get to try another of the platform. And then also different channels need different strategies. So what works for Facebook might not work for YouTube. What works for Instagram might not work for Twitter. So you need to test it on one and see how it goes, and then you use a different platform and test it on the next and see how you can fine tune your strategies on the different platforms. Now, more importantly, you need to post engaging content, and you need to do it consistently. You need to do it consistently. So more importantly, the videos, the photos, and then the blog articles, the infographics, or the live broadcasts like what we're having right now. So people tend to get attracted to sharing the news, share the headlines. Let people have a glimpse of what's happening, and then they will automatically run to you. Okay, so you get to create useful posts and useful content, cutting across the photos, the videos, and the rest of them. So you need to run a theme or a regular content feed and show your personality, that is a human that is behind the brand. You don't always make it look like it's a bot always. It's not always a bot. It's always good. You show yourself that you're the one behind the brand. All right, so that's so much we can take for social media. So let's see how email marketing can help your business. Let's see how email marketing can help your business. So how do you get started with email marketing? Now there are a lot of email providers out there that offer similar features, to be sure. So you need to be sure to compare against all the functionalities that you need to deliver. Okay, so there are free platforms, and then there are also paid platforms. There are also more advanced platforms that have a wider range of functionalities around the email design and the segmentation. So that's very key for you to note when you want to start your email marketing. And also, it's important for you to depend heavily on the quality of the list. Now, the quality of your email campaign depends heavily on the quality of your list. So you need to work with an audience that is ready to hear you. Okay, that's very key. And how do they get ready to hear you? Is by you as the campaigner telling them what they need to hear. So that means your content must be on point. So now a very important tip you need to know is that you need to ask your subscribers if they're interested in receiving all the updates about your product or your services. Then you find out how they prefer to hear from you. Okay, for example, how do they want to receive their emails? Is it weekly or monthly or daily? Okay, so you record what they want, and then you learn how to manage them in your database and in your campaigns in the future. Now, your content is very, very key and very, very important for all your newsletters. So we share a couple of tips that will help you start to create and gather compelling content that will speak to all your readers. So you need to treat your readers as VIPs. Treat them as very important people because they are giving you access to their inbox. That means they're giving you access to their private life. So people who subscribe to your email list are so into you that they've given you permission to their inboxes. So you need to treat them very importantly. You also have the chances. Your chances are that the voice or your tone or possibly your sense of humor are all important reasons why your customers signed up at first to hear from you. So you need to make sure that you keep it simple and keep it very useful. So people always tend to not read very long text. So if you want to write something that is very long, all you need to do is maybe just add a bit of it and then add a link to the rest of the content. So let's see how we can share a couple of tips for email marketing success. So, or you need to segment and group your list for relevant content. So that will be very important so you can tailor your message to suit a specific audience. Now, most importantly, you need to keep it simple, keep it very simple, and keep it very simple. So most people are always bombarded with emails on the daily. So if your headlines are good enough, I would love to read your email. If your headlines are not good enough, I won't even open it. So sharing a piece, a large piece of content where you get to feature one element is very, very good. So just add a link that will lead them away to the rest of the content and not um, filling them up with all the information all at once. Could be boring. Okay, so you can always make it easy for readers to just scan through if they want to, So you have to keep it simple. So you measure your open and click-through rates to optimize all your campaigns. So it's important and very vital for you to figure out what's working and what's not working for you. Okay, so you need to test some of the options like the clicks, the unsubscribe rates, and the signups. So you need to check your clicks, how many people click on your email. So to determine how successful your campaign is and to determine the general trends in the behavior of your subscribers. Now, after the clicks, now what you need to consider next is the unsubscribe rates. So what is the unsubscribe rate after each campaign? If less than 1% is average. If less than 1% unsubscribe from your email list, that means that is average for the list. But if more than 1% unsubscribe, that means you need to check out your content again and maybe tweak some things and make it work better. So you need to also check out your signups. How many people signed up after your last campaign? So you need to check that out, and then you do a lot of that to help to reach out back to your subscribers. All right. So I'm going to be pausing once again to hear from you, to hear this will be the last part of the question before we call it a day for today. So I want to hear from you. So send in your questions if you have them so far. Okay, so no questions so far. That means um, you understand everything I said. All right, so what will be your next steps? What is going to be your next steps? Okay, so this session is just the beginning. What are you going to do following up after this session? Are you going to implement the GMB? Are you going to start using the social media? Or are you going to begin with email marketing? Or are you going to run with the Google Ads? I want you to tell us how you want to do what you want to do next after this session. Okay, so now there are a couple other materials for you to follow us with. Now Lizzie is going to post this link, learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills courses. So we have a lot of materials for you to follow up on everything and even more. Everything and even more. So you have a lot of options to choose. You can get the Digital Skills for Africa certification course on that platform where you get to be certified after you've taken the lesson. And then a lot of other courses, even to the intro of coding and every other thing, that are all present on that platform. So all you need to do is just to head over there and then fill yourself up with knowledge. And also remember to follow Digital Skills for Africa on all social media platforms like the Twitter, where it is Digital Skills AF, on Facebook, Digital Skills for Africa, 4 like digits. Then on Instagram, Digital Skills AF. So Lizzie is going to post all those links in the chats box for you. And then I'm sure you've enjoyed yourself. I'm sure you've gotten all the information you need to get. So I want to say a very big thank you for staying through. I want to thank my moderator, Lizzie, and every other person that stayed all through the call. So I look forward to seeing you some other time. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for staying through. I want to thank my moderator, Lizzie, and every other person that stayed all through the call. So I look forward to seeing you some other time. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. So you need to make sure that you keep it simple and keep it very useful. Always